Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is in the Abu Dhabi Warriors middleweight division. Please welcome your first fighter to enter the ring from Uzbekistan, ALIKHAN KHASANOV.
And here he is. It is 30-year-old ALIKHAN KHASANOV. 172 centimeters tall, weighed in at 70 kilos. 6 fights on his record, and guess what? They're all wins. Undefeated fighter out of Uzbekistan, coming in to crush the competition. This is one of those guys that is a favorite to take this tournament. Can he realize that potential? Can he make that happen? We already saw one of those favorites go down. A lot of people had Kuku moving on to the next round, but Tamura spoils that party and punches his ticket for the finals. Now, can it be ALIKHAN KHASANOV, a guy that has made his way through Eastern Europe, the Russian circuits, and has done incredibly. So you move that musical performance, that show out, and now you have two hungry fighters battling for a shot in Abu Dhabi.
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the second fighter to the ring from France, Damien LAPILUS.
And as promised, it is 28-year-old Damien LAPILUS. Stands 173 centimeters tall, weighed in at 70 kilos. 18 fights on his record, 12 wins, 6 defeats. LAPILUS, quite the specimen. Fantastic record, but he is going up against an undefeated, and that has to be in the mind of this French fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing these two warriors once again. The fighter standing in the blue corner, he is from Uzbekistan. He is 30 years of age. He has a fight record of 6 wins with no losses. He is ALIKHAN KHASANOV. And standing across the ring in the red corner, he is from France. He's 28 years of age. He has a fight record of 12 wins with 6 losses. He is Damien LAPILUS. Your referee in charge of the action is Dmitry Sazonov.
And now to give the instruction is Dmitry Sazonov as these two fighters prepare to go to war. LAPILUS and KHASANOV.
Stop, you stop. Touch the gloves. And good luck.
And here we go. Instructions are in, and this is the other half of this lightweight tournament, this semifinal. Who's going to move on to Abu Dhabi to take on Tamura? And here we go. It's LAPILUS in the blue. It is KHASANOV in the black and the yellow. He would be the one doubling over in pain. That took absolutely no time. And he's already behind the 8 ball here as he takes a nasty shot. You hear that pop once again, Grant. You never want to hear that, especially not consecutive fights.
That's 2 pops to the Eastern Bloc. I mean, early on in the fight, maybe it put him off his stride. It certainly put me off my stride.
Oh, without a doubt.
But the Frenchman, I've seen him walking around the hotel the past few days. He's been super intense, super focused. You know, the KHASANOV, he has an unbeaten fight record. He hasn't got the experience of LAPILUS. It's a difficult one to call, but LAPILUS is bringing the intensity.
Two tough young fighters, and there you see the big exchange. Now we're starting to see some combinations here already out of Lapilus. Oh, and that one
Huge
connected, but
Huge
quickly
inside kick.
swarming on him, Grant.
Yep. The fighter from Uzbekistan, ALIKHAN Khazanov, he has a Sambo pedigree as well. He's got several legs locks up his sleeve, so to say. The Frenchman, more of a stand-up fighter, but nowadays you can't write anyone off, stood up or on the ground. Everybody's well-rounded. It's mixed martial arts.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's leaving that body wide open for a guy like Lapilus that could really dig him in there into the abdomen.
Did you just then? So, did you hear that? Khazanov threw a low kick, and Lapilus blocked it. It was a shin to shin. Things like that just get unnoticed by the general public. It's so painful. Oh, huge kick there. He's very rangy, isn't he?
Very, very much so. He definitely has that leg reach and the arm reach.
And very confident with his stand-up as well, the Frenchman.
And on paper, it says that he has just 1 centimeter height difference, but I think he's got at least 3 or 4 there.
Well, I think I would have said there's a 0 missing, perhaps.
Definitely a lot more rangy, you're right. And very, very confident. He's the southpaw, and it seems to be giving Khazanov problems.
Oh, nice, nice. Yep, there's a few shots landing there. You can see Khazanov's face getting marked up early.
Lapilus very, very confident. That right hand setting it up. Stiff shots to the face of Khazanov.
Yeah, and Khazanov, you know, he's unbeaten. But again, somebody's fight record doesn't necessarily show what their ability is. And has he ever been under pressure before? And that, oh, there's a nice little short overhand right.
Continues to set up his shots as Lapilus. Now throwing one shot at a time, looking for that jab. And there we go, another combination. Lapilus really starting to let him go.
It's a lovely little strike he's throwing there with his lead hand. It's not a jab, it's not an overhand right, but it's sort of in between. It just hooks over Khazanov's.
And here we go. Now Khazanov moving in. Has a great swarm there. Very good at rushing his opponent.
Yeah, they're heavy strikes, aren't they? And these are lightweights, remember. So
we saw middleweights coming up here, just a few fights away for the road to Abu Dhabi. Not to mention some great Muay Thai action. A one-night 4-man tournament right here on EFN 6 and the road to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, these are lightweights, and I will admit I did realize my mistake when I announced the fight and said it was a middleweight fight. But if you look at the size...
See, and you should have just left it alone.
Yeah, exactly.
You just had to bring attention to it, didn't you?
When you only make one mistake a year, you have to highlight it. But the Frenchman is absolutely huge for 70 kilograms.
He is a big man. There's no telling how much weight he has on now after the weigh-in. He certainly got it all back and then some.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talk about, trying to get weight cutting out of MMA and blah, blah, blah. But, it's a big part of the sport. It can give fighters an advantage. Is it unfair? I don't think so. It's all part of our game,
Well, there's a way to go about it, Grant.
That was
just
a huge kick.
That is just the thing. If you do it the right way, if you work the nutrition, if you really take your camp seriously, cutting weight's not a problem. It's trying to do it all in a few days.
Yeah, and there's several angles as well. Cutting weight isn't a problem until it's a problem. But it's
who's swinging for the fences?
Yeah, it's fighting dehydrated is more of a problem. These guys, Khazanov's really he's changed it around now. He's coming forward, and it hasn't put it.
He's landed some big shots. That one staggered him. Lapilus felt that one. Khazanov.
Yeah, it's good to see that Khazanov, although Lapilus was having some joy with those strikes, it hasn't knocked Khazanov's confidence. That was a big left hand there. 2 of them on the jaw of Khazanov.
A bit of a grin there on the face, a sadistic grin by Khazanov after he eats those big shots. You see the blood starting to come down from his face. This is a brutal fight between these two. We're seeing a lot more action out of this second semifinal matchup.
And it's fascinating because the winner of the first bout will be looking closely at these two guys to see who is going to fight when they get on that road to Abu Dhabi and the show happens in the United Arab Emirates.
And here we go. Let's take a look at that replay. That was the body kick that quickly was grabbed for a takedown by Khazanov. Khazanov just kind of hanging around just long enough to really put some big shots in there. Fully loaded.
Yeah, it's great to see that. You know, it's a joy to watch, stood up or on the ground, but you watch how some fighters flow and they'll throw a shot. Lapilus there, he threw a left hand, then a straight right and a knee. And like I say, you know, they're flowing. They're doing these combinations unconsciously because they drilled them over and over and over again. You know, the one thing is that's very difficult to train and teach someone is timing. And I think it's ignored by so many coaches. You know, you can bang like Mike Tyson, but if you throw your punch at the wrong time, it's pointless. If you hit half as hard as Mike Tyson, but you throw it at exactly the right time, it has 10 times more effect.
You got it. And moving on here, that was a very, very close round. We saw a lot out of Lapilus, but Khazanov not going away, hanging in there. Those heavy hands starting to find the mark.
Yep. There's that inside kick again from the Frenchman. Oh, that was, I mean, just a little thing like that. I'm so easily pleased, Cyrus. When the way Khazanov just ducked out the way of that punch and then threw one back himself.
Oh, here comes Khazanov once again with those big bolo punches.
Yeah, and he's not, do you know what? He's not scared to take one to give one back.
That's something that can't be taught.
Well, nobody enjoys being punched in the face.
This is true.
But it can...
Have you verified this information?
Yeah, it can be a bit of an incentive to punch your opponent back in the same place.
Oh, there's another one of those body kicks. Lapilus could not quite get all of it, but I'll tell you, really starting to add up on the body of Khazanov.
They do take their toll, you're exactly right. And it's a cheeky little, he cheekily grabbed the top rope there to stop Khazanov taking him down, which you can't blame him.
What's the thing about Lapilus? I've been saying last 3 days, as cheeky as ever. I mean, you just talk to the guy, 100%.
Yeah.
Cheekster.
Yeah, but you know, in any sport, that's what we want, characters.
Absolutely.
You can be the best fighter in the world, but if you bore, oh, there's that huge liver kick again. Yeah, you know, like I was saying, you know, you can be a great fighter, but if you put people to sleep when you get behind a microphone, you're not attracting attention. You know, people like Conor McGregor, you know, they're putting bums on seats whether they can fight or not. And a bit of entertainment is what we're here for, isn't it?
Why, I can't deny that, but I'll tell you this. You take a look at the body of Khazanov. He's taken a lot of damage just through that big high kick. How long can he continue to move forward if Lapilus just continues to target the abdomen?
Yep, and Khazanov's nose is a slightly different shape to the way it was when he started this fight. Still good movement from both fighters. Nice inside kick again from Lapilus.
Boy, you really...
super knee. He got his knee right up there. It's knocked the gum shield out of Khazanov.
Stop.
And Dmitry Khazanov is going to stop this fight just for a moment so we can get that mouth guard back in.
Yeah.
Big knees.
I'd have perhaps liked to have seen that rinsed off, but, you know, Khazanov's all about business, isn't he? Put it back in. Let's get on with this. It's a fascinating fight now. Oh,
here we go.
Right hand.
Oh, he wants another one. Here we go. Khazanov. Has he lit the fire under Khazanov? Lapilus. Khazanov really going after it. Smiling, taunting Lapilus.
And Khazanov, who I would have thought had the better credentials on the ground, is resisting taking the fight there. Although when you've had such success with a huge bomb like he just did, you know, it's gonna encourage you to keep trying to land the same techniques.
Working those knees, trying to find the mark again is Lapilus. Can he put him away? He hasn't been that tight clinch. You're going to see a whole lot of that tonight.
Oh.
Wow.
That was good. I'm glad he did that, you know, because, you know, here in Thailand, to demonstrate something that's blatantly a Muay Thai technique during an MMA fight.
Another big shot. Lapilus goes to his knees. Khazanov is bringing the pain on Damien Lapilus.
Yeah, and I think Lapilus' strikes are slightly tailing off as the fight progresses, but Khazanov is still throwing some huge bombs.
He is looking for the finish every time. He rears back and throws that big bomb. You're right. Khazanov doesn't think he needs much time, just one solid shot. Can he find that spot?
But again, it's all right throwing big bombs, but sometimes it's better to just be very clever and set them up. Ground and pound going here again, but the rope's getting in the way.
And not a ton of time left here for Khazanov to work, and that is it. Round 2 in the books. More renewed life here from Khazanov.
Yep.
He's hanging in there, doing work.
And it's interesting, you know, at the very end of a round there, one thing coaches will try to get into their fighters' minds is at the end of the round, don't labor when you get up and walk tired back to your corner, because you're showing the other guy how tired you are. You know, there's a couple of rules. You don't show how tired you are, and you don't show pain, because you're boosting your opponent's confidence. You know, and you're putting fuel into his fire.
Take a look at that replay. Khazanov has been going on all cylinders in this one. Really got the knees going for him. We have seen a well-rounded game out of both fighters. Does Khazanov take the momentum into our third and final round? Are we going to see another one of these fights go the distance as we try to find our next semifinalist in the road to Abu Dhabi?
Fight!
Third and final round. Damien Lapilus and ALIKHAN Khasanov. Lapilus in the blue, Khazanov in the black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow.
You took the words right out of my mouth there.
Great minds think alike, my friend. Here we go. Khazanov once again setting it up. Another right hand to the chin of Lapilus. Just like most sport, is a game of momentum. If you have the momentum going in, it can make a big difference.
Yeah, and you know, oh, I thought that was a groin shot there. Yeah, like you're saying, you know, they say that boxing is like a game of chess. Stiff jabs coming in there from the Frenchman. They say that boxing's like a game of chess. Well, MMA is like a game of, I don't know what, you know. Chess, drafts, computer, billiards,
Battleship.
all combined. Yeah, all combined into one, you know.
Oh, big bombs once again. If he can stick one of those, it could be night time for Damien Lapilus.
Oh, there's that strike again. You know, I think, you know, if it's like boxing is sort of like, you know, kindergarten schooling, knowledge-wise, and then mixed martial arts is like advanced degree level.
There's a lot involved. As you see him attempting to take the back of Lapilus.
Listen to the crowd side. They're going absolutely crazy. There's a lot of Russian fans here in Thailand.
Exactly, showing a lot of support here for this Russian fighter. Excuse me, Uzbekistan.
But don't the Americans think that?
Here we go with that. Back to the fight. Back to the fight. Here we go. Big right hand. Khazanov put the pressure on once again. Lapilus having a hard time dealing with him.
And I think they're both fully aware that this fight at this moment could go either way on the judges' scorecards.
If you're in the corner of either fighter, you have to give that advice. You need to win convincingly, and right now,
I mean, I would have given Lapilus the first round. I'd probably give the second round to Khazanov. It's all on this round, isn't it? There's that huge kick again. He's going to feel that tomorrow, isn't he?
Oh, no, he felt it right there. He got that cringe. You can smile all you want, but at some point it becomes unbearable. And he takes that deep breath once again, clears out his nose. Lapilus chasing him down.
And as the clock runs down, the guys, they're running out of time. It's frustrating if you're a fighter or a corner man trying to give advice. The clock's running down and you run out of time to do what you wanted to do.
In that clinch position, neither one willing to give up their spot.
The crowd is
just losing their minds in here.
The Frenchman's corner shouting advice. Again, as well as my Japanese, my French is slightly rusty. Otherwise, I'll tell you what he's saying. But he's telling him to work. Now you see that position right there. I thought he was telling him to take his back, but that position right there, you know, it's a different ball game in a cage than it is in a ring.
Can he flatten him out, though, Grant? That's what he's trying to do. Having a tough time with Khazanov. And Khazanov
is, like you
hanging in there.
He's either got to flatten him out, get a body triangle. That's an awkward position to finish someone unless he can get under his chin. There he goes, flattening him out.
Oh, can he get it? Not much time left. Can he wait out the clock, or is he going to have to tap, or is he going to go to sleep?
No, it's not.
Khazanov watching
he
very, very
sunk
closely.
It in, but it's damn close, my friend.
This could be huge if Lapilus could put this away. Final moments, just seconds left, and that's it. He ends.
That's the end of that. That's the end. He couldn't finish it, but that could be the defining technique that actually sways the judges to give the Frenchman that last round.
Tell you what, either one of these fighters is going to create many, many problems for Tamura in the finals. And we take a look at the replay. There it is, that big right hand over the top.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 incredible rounds of mixed martial arts action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And again, we have a unanimous decision in favor of your winner. From the red corner, Damien Lapilus.
And just like that, an incredible showing by Damien Lapilus. He endured a very, very nasty round number 2, but was able to endure and end the fight, almost putting away his opponent. Damien Lapilus moves on to Abu Dhabi, where he will take on Tamura in that lightweight tournament. What a performance, a gutsy performance by both men, who now have a date with destiny in Abu Dhabi.